Hi, my name is Sean Phillips from Choose Your AI. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a text-to-speech software called Voicely. In this Voicely demo, I'm going to show you what Voicely is, what it does, see if it's going to be something that's going to be suitable for you. If you think about getting Voicely, then I've got an offer on a lifetime deal with $20 off. If you want to save some money and get on board with the software, then make sure you check the link in the description. So what is Voicely? Well, Voicely is, as already said, is text-to-speech software. It allows you to turn some text that you type in into audio, into a voice, and hopefully a naturally sounding one. And that's one of the things we're going to go through in this demo and see how naturally sounding are the voices on Voicely, because as you probably maybe have found already, you've probably heard some other AI generated voices and they're not necessarily very good and sounding very robotic. So we're going to go through that and see how good they are. Voice is going to be great for if you want to create yourself an audio book, if you're a marketer and you want to actually add voiceovers to your videos. If you've got explainer videos, if you're an explainer video creator and you want to save time on doing it yourself and money as opposed to paying somebody else to do it. So yeah, this could be something that's just right up your street. So let's get on with this Voicely demo. Here we are on the Voicely homepage. As you can see, it converts text to speech online, fully automated software powered by AI. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump straight to the features. We can see that we can do things like we can set the tone. So this is really about how we can actually change the wording, how it's said. So for example, we could have the number 10, where you could actually say the characters TEN or 10, or if it was the number, then you could get it just to do the digits, or you could get it to actually say 10th, for example, so the ordinal. And we're going to show you that in a second. And you can adjust the pitch. So if you want the voice to be a bit quicker, a bit slower, if you want the pitch, so you want the voice to be higher or lower, you can also do that as well, which is actually quite handy if you want to distinguish between different voices. And yeah, you can do things like add a pause for sentence breaks. And you can have different accents, which is also quite useful, particularly when the example we're going to give is creating a script for an audiobook. And you can also add background soundtracks as well. So what we're going to do, and you can adjust the volumes of the backing track and the actual narration as well. Okay, so what we're going to do then, we're going to jump straight onto into the dashboard. Here we are. So we're in the dashboard of Vidly, and as you can see, we've got a box here for text to speech, and then we've got an option for deciding on what language we're going to use, the type of voice we can select, and again, we talked about the speed, the pitch, and here we've got our volume for our voice and our volume for our backing track. Okay, now what I did was I did a quick, I created a prompt to put into Google Bard and ChatGPT, which are both AI and natural language software platforms, to see which one will be giving you the better story. And you can see how those stacked up in the other video, which the link will be at the top of this video. So you want to check out how that happened, which one did I think was best, and how they scored against each other in creating a script for a play or for an audiobook. Then check out that video. So we're going to go with the ChatGPT 4 one. I'm just going to take a look at that. So as you can see, I gave it this prompt. So I asked it to create me this script, and that's what it's done. It created its own title called the Trinity Protocol, and it's given me a scene 1, the Secret Lab. And then I've got a narrator, and I've got some different characters: Archie, Dr. Aruna, and Martha. So one of the things I wanted to do with this example was actually give you different voices. So we're going to use 4 different voices to put all this together. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy some text. I'm going to copy this text over, and I'm going to paste it into Voicely. Now we could just run with this. Now one of the I would say one of the downsides and the feedback I'll be giving to Voicely will be to be able to preview your text to speech. You have to generate it before you can hear it. You can hear the examples of the voices, but you can't actually hear that text is going to sound like. But that would be really helpful. Now I've already sort of to save time in this video, I've already gone through and tried this out, so I know what to expect. Now, so I know that there's some cases in here where it might need a bit more spacing. So after the commas. So what I can do now, at the moment, you see that you'll notice there's no buttons up here. And you might think, oh, there shouldn't be buttons up there, but they can be buttons up there depending on the voice you choose. So if you choose one of the more natural or neural voices, if I scroll down, you see we've got these ones down here. We've got, just so you can see, now we're getting these options appearing up here. Now I want to choose for our narrator, I'm going to choose Alfie. And what you can do is you can actually preview the voices. Now for some reason, some of them don't always, the preview doesn't work, but they do work when you use them. Just to give you an example, if I just pick James 3.
This is a preview of my voice using Voicely software.
There you go, you can hear a preview of that one. I like the Alfie voice. I don't think that yet. No, the preview's not working on that one, so I'm not going to worry about it. But it does actually, you can still use it. So you can always just generate the and then listen to it as well. So what we're going to do is, and also I want to make his, actually Alfie's voice a bit lower, so I'm going to pitch it down to -4. Okay, and then you see I've got these options. So I can add a break. So what this means is I can put a space in between the speech. So I'm going to just put a break in there, just a short one. And then I'm going to put one here. Actually, no,
this is a preview of my voice using Voicely software.
We'll get rid of that one. But just before each of the names, so we got, oh yeah, Arthur. I think we'll have one there as well, and we'll have one just over here. Okay. There we go. So we've got our breaks in there, and hopefully that should be enough. So what we can do now is, I'm just going to get generate. There's already one here from, let's just even show an example. So if I just click generate, it's now going to generate. Now, one of the things we didn't cover was the, earlier on was the pricing. Basically, once you purchase the product, you'll get, depending on what you purchase, you'll get credits. Now you don't need the credits for the standard voices, you do need it for the natural, the neural. So the more advanced note voices you need the credits for. It doesn't really use very much credits for particularly doing this, some of these text to speech, particularly if you do so, but as you can see it's taken some out, so I'm going to generate. It doesn't take very long, just a few seconds to generate, depending on the length of the amount of text that you've got to do. Right, okay, so now what we can do is we can actually play that back, have a listen.
Archie Automan, a quick-witted English engineer, Dr. Aruna Fortuna, a Kenyan scientist with a heart of gold, and Martha Day, a courageous Australian hacker. Together, they embark on a dangerous quest to source 3 mysterious artifacts that can reverse the AI takeover. With just 10 days until the end of the world, they must unite to save humanity.
Okay, so that was sounding pretty good. Now, if we wanted to, we could add some background audio. Now, one of the things that I, again, would feed back to Voicely or to Vidtune that make Voicely is you can't just append some more audio on the end of this one. You've got to save it separately and then stitch them together later on in something else, which is a bit of a shame. It's not the end of the world, but it would be nice to have that feature. So definitely I'll be requesting them to add to that. Now, to add some background music, we click on the 3 dots down here. Then we can select, you can upload some music if you've got something you want, or I can click on soundtrack, and then I can include something in here. So let's have a look at sci-fi song, have a little listen, make sure the volume's not too loud. Okay, that sounds pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that. And now mostly everything, the output of Voicely works. So we'll just definitely say that for it. One of the challenges is I think there's a few bugs where I'm sure they're working them out, because let's see if I play that now. Yeah, it's not actually seems to be doing anything. So whereas I've done this before and it actually does work. So we're going to set a volume. I'm going to leave the volume at about 3. I want it to be quite low. Actually, maybe we can make it 4. Now then what we need to do is create sound. Once you click create sound, then it basically locks that in. So we're just going to go create sound, and I won't be able to make any more changes once I've done that. Now it says I can download. It's not letting me playing it, but what I can do is we can click save sound and give it a name. We're just going to part 1. And then what we can do is we can go up to my resources, my voices, and then we've got it here, so we now play it.
In a world where AI is quick-witted English engineer, Dr. Aruna Fortuna, a Kenyan scientist with a heart of gold, and Martha Day, a courageous Australian hacker. Together, they embark on a dangerous quest to source 3 mysterious artifacts that can reverse the AI takeover. With just 10 days until the end of the world, they must unite.
Yeah, okay, that sounded pretty good. I mean, I think if I was going to do it again, I would make the music, I would make the backing track. I wouldn't make it as loud. But that's fine. We're just doing this as an example anyway. So as you can see, so we've got that one there already. We've got one done. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to a second one. And we're going to whiz through this a bit faster. Now you've kind of seen what's going on. So we're just going to copy the script for Archie. We're going to just chuck that in there. And this time we're going to choose a different voice. I'm going to go for another. Actually, no, let's not do that. Let's go for somebody. Let's make Archie American. Okay, so we're going to pick a Steve.
This is a preview of my voice using Voicely software.
Okay, all right, that sounds all right. I don't know, I can make it a bit deeper. Let's go like maybe -2. Okay, all right, and then we're just going to generate. You see less text really quick. Play that back.
Dr. Fortuna, Martha, it's time we put an end to this AI nightmare. We have to find...
Okay, so what I can do now, again, I can hit create sound. Then I'm going to save it. And I'm going to call that part 2. Okay, and then we're just going to go, again, we're going to go to Dr. Aruna, who's Kenyan. And we're going to paste it in there. Now, do we want to do anything? I think that's so fine. I think what we're going to do is maybe make her a little bit higher pitched. And then we're going to generate. Yeah, so as you can see, the small amount of text are not taking up whole credits at all. So credits should last you quite a while depending on what you're doing. Okay.
I couldn't agree more, Archie. But the road to these artifacts is fraught with danger.
Oh, okay, I made a mistake there. I obviously didn't change the voice name. So let's go and do that. Let's go, yeah, we go English, Kenyan. And we've only got a choice of 2 there at the moment. And let's have a listen.
This is a preview of my voice using Voicely software.
Okay, so we generate.
I couldn't agree more, Archie. But the road to these artifacts is fraught with danger. We must be prepared for anything.
Yeah, that sounded okay. I don't know. I feel like that could be a bit faster, so I'm going to do that again. But I've just increased the speed a bit, just so it's a bit more pace to that.
I couldn't agree more, Archie. But the road to these artifacts is fraught with danger. We must be prepared for anything.
A little bit fast, maybe. But I think we'll leave it there. So I'm going to create sound again. Now, any of these times I can download, but I'm just going to and we're going to call this part 3. And then what I would do is I would download them and stitch them all together into one sequence. But I'll be able to sort of play them through. I'll show you in just after the last one. So then we've got one more to go, which is Martha, our Australian. So we're just going to. I'm not going to do the whole script. I just want to give you an example of what it is that you can see going on here. So what we're going to do is just drop that in there. And then we're going to go English, Australian. And we're going to pick highly, I think. Yeah, we'll do highly. And we're going to drop her pitch down a bit. And the speed 1. And then we're going to, I think we might put a break actually after, just put her name. And then we're going to generate. There we go.
Right, you are, Aruna. I've got my hacking skills ready. We'll break through whatever security the AI throws at us.
Okay, great. So we're going to. Now the thing is, so one of the downsides to not being able to obviously, as you'll notice, the soundtrack I only did on the first one. If I did it on each one, it's going to start at the same point in the soundtrack. So that's definitely something. Once they've got it set up so you can use it on the timeline, it's going to be great because then you can add a soundtrack across the whole of the text. So we're going to save that sound as well, and we're going to go make that part 4. And before we just go through and have a listen to all those together, there's something else that I wanted to show you, which I did mention at the start, which is how we haven't done any say as in this example. So if we just do an example where we're going to type, turn in digits and in words, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that as cardinal, say that as ordinal, and say that as character. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Oops. No, I wanted to say I want to say that as digits. Oh, okay. So I see. So, okay. So the option you get is going to depend on the voice you select as well, the same as before. So I don't have digit here. Here I've got verbatim. So I'm going to, I don't know if that may be the same thing, but I'm going to switch to one of the English voices. And as you see, it does reset the items at the top here. That's fine. So now I can go cardinal, ordinal. I'm just doing this so you can get, oh, that one's, yeah. Okay, that one's going to be digits either. Okay, we're going to see whether that gives us for digits. Then we're going to select and characters. So if we have a listen, or generate first of all, sorry. Change it back.
10/10 10 10.
Yeah, so you notice there. So if I just go, if I do cardinal. Just so you can actually hear the differences. Generate that again.
Cardinal 10, ordinal 10th, verbatim 10 10.
Yeah, so there we go. So as you can see, there's different ways you could say that. So depending on what it is, and that's really quite a good, powerful thing for this. You can control that. So you can control whether it's 10th or 10 or TEN or 10, depending upon what it is you want to do. So I think that's quite a powerful feature. Okay, so lastly, but not least, we'll go to the resources. So in the resources, you can store basically your favorites, and your voices is where we're going. And you can see, oh, did we not save? Oh, I don't think we saved the last one. Okay, let's go and just quickly go back in English and -4 Australian. Hi, generate. Okay, then again we just create, save, and part 4. Okay, sorry about that. Here we go, back to my resources, my voices. Oh, it was there. I didn't actually, so no, there's another note. It doesn't actually, you've got to scroll down, it doesn't actually expand. Okay, something else I've learned today as well. So we go, so listen to part 1.
Where AI has taken control, 3 brave souls rise to the challenge. Archie Automan, a quick-witted English engineer, Dr. Aruna Fortuna, a Kenyan scientist with a heart of gold, and Martha Day, a courageous Australian hacker. Together, they embark on a dangerous quest to source.
As I said, that could do with could definitely do with a lower background music, and yeah.
Dr.
So,
Fortuna,
listen to the other one.
Martha, it's time we put an end to this AI nightmare.
So it's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty
I couldn't
good.
agree more, Archie. But the road to these artifacts is fraught with danger. We must
That probably is a bit too fast.
Right you are, Aruna. I've got my hacking skills ready. We'll break through.
So I think a few things I'd like is a bit more granular control on the speed. So maybe some more intervals. So for when you're doing the speed and the pitch, I think would be really good. But overall, I think it does the job. I think if you were doing something you needed to use accents or different languages, or create a video that you needed a voiceover for, then this is a great tool. If you want to get it, then there's a link in the description. So yeah, and come along and check it out, and just let me know how you get on. And so yeah, please like and subscribe to the channel. Any help you give is just really supported. It helps me, encourages and allows us to do more videos. So please like and comment, and we'll see you on the next video.